it's Nick. So today I have another video to show you guys how I do my everyday natural minimal makeup with no foundation and with no concealer. And honestly, they take so much time in the morning if you do them every single day. And so I found a way that eliminates those two steps, make it very easy, but at the same time you still look pretty decent, really natural, really glowing, as minimal makeup as you can get. So yeah, please click subscribe because I have more videos to come, more tips to share, more things to babble about. So yeah, if you want to know how I do my everyday makeup routine without foundation and concealer, then just keep watching. So at the beginning of every makeup application, I always put on alcohol because I'm a germaphobe. I always put alcohol every 5 minutes. So I'm putting alcohol right now. Before any makeup application, I always put on sunscreen, most especially now that it's so sunny. Like, I feel like my skin is burning when I go out. And the best thing about this sunscreen is it doesn't feel like sunscreen. It feels like just a moisturizer, so it doesn't feel heavy at all. So this part is optional for me. Depends on if I want to make sure my makeup stays in place until night, then I will put on primer. I put it where I usually get oily, which is in my forehead, my nose, and my chin. I used to put on foundation every day when I go to work, but I found that it's too time consuming and at the end of the day I feel like it's heavy. So I tried to find a substitute for foundation that would give me enough coverage, but it's going to be really fast when I apply it. And what I found to be very helpful, which I just purchased but I learned to love eventually because I use it every single day now, is the Maybelline Super Cover SPF 50. So I love that it has SPF 50. Especially now that it's so hot, you're gonna need all the SPF you're gonna get. So imagine I have sunscreen SPF 50 and I have a BB cream SPF 50. So that means I probably have 100 SPF and I can't get enough. So what I do, I put a pea-size amount on my finger and I just use my fingers, and that's the fastest way that I found to apply it. So I focus it first where I need it and then I spread it out. So again, I focus it first on the part that I needed most, which is in my chin. I get pretty red. Found that using clean fingers, usually spread this out, and I never forget the neck. And then so I said no concealer also because I found that the coverage of this one is so good that it can also cover my dark circles. So I use the same amount and I just focus it on my dark circles. Then just patting it and slowly spreading it out to blend it. So I'm just tapping using my ring finger. So I'm just blending it like a normal concealer, but in this case it's a BB cream. With just one product, I was able to even out my skin tone, and I was also able to cover most of my dark circles. So it's pretty fast in the morning when I do this. So I highly recommend buying this BB cream, plus it's on sale right now. Even though the BB cream is really good, I still have to powder to make sure it doesn't slide off during the day. It just stays there. By doing this step, you make sure that nothing moves. And of course, you gotta make sure that you put powder under your eyes as well. So as you can see, I don't really have full coverage foundation or full coverage concealer, but you know, for every day, that's okay for me since I want to go for a more natural day-to-day makeup look. For my eyelids, I'm just going to even things out to make sure that I look as wide awake as possible because I doesn't want that. So I'm just using this MAC paint pot. It's very easy to apply. I just put my ring finger in the pot and I just spread the product on my eyelids. You just have to make sure that you spread it fairly quickly because it will set pretty fast. If I don't set it with powder, it will move, so I have to set everything with powder because I'm just that oily and it's just that hot nowadays. It is not fun at all. I'm actually just using the same powder I used for my face to set my eyelids. Since I use the same powder for the rest of my face for my eyelids, it looks pretty natural. Like, I don't look like I have eyeshadow on. It's just that everything is evened out, which what I like. So I'm just gonna fill in my brows, and to be honest, this is what takes the longest for me every time I do my makeup. So we're just gonna skip this through in 3, 2, 1. How I wish doing brows could be that easy. Now we're gonna go to bronzer. For me, bronzer is essential because it really evens out your face in such a way that your face looks more natural and realistic. So I put bronzer to make sure that I have natural contours and shadows on my face. I know some of you may be scared of applying bronzer because you don't want to look darker, but for me, it's just going to make my face balanced. I'm just adding a bit more on my forehead because I just have a huge forehead. There, so now that I have bronzer on, you can see like it's more my skin. So speaking of enhancing the natural contours of our face, I'm just slightly hitting a bit of bronzer on my crease. For my cheeks, I'm applying 2 products which are more of like a creamy product, which is essential if you want to achieve more of a natural look. Because I noticed that if I put powder, makeup is more evident, like you're noticeably wearing makeup. But if you put on cream products, it looks more natural and you look even glowed. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the highlight first, because I noticed that if I put the blush first and then the highlight, it doesn't blend well. So I start with the cream highlight first. I put 3 strokes. There's 1, 2, 3. And then I blend it all out. So I'm just using the warmth of my fingers to blend this out. For blush, I'm using this Becca Water Resistant Beach Tint. I've always wanted to wear tinted blushes, but I noticed in the past when I would put the tint and then I would get sweaty, I would see like streaks of red like running down my cheeks. So I decided to buy a water resistant one, which is way better and it's very easy to apply. I just put like small amount and then I just like put it on my cheeks. I found that the easiest way to do this is using this synthetic brush. As you can see, it's just like a pretty natural flush on the cheeks. It's just some days, actually not some days, I'm just gonna be honest, probably every single day, you know. I just want to be extra glowy and I add on a powder highlight on my cheekbones on top of the cream highlight. I just use a fan brush and I just put it on top of the cream highlight and I just put it a little bit here on the top of the eyebrows. My nose. Chin. I don't know, I feel so alive when I put on highlight. So I actually put the same blush on my lips because since it's a water resistant lip and cheek tint, it's, as you can see, like it doesn't even look like I have lipstick on, which I like. To finish off the eyes, I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and just put on mascara. The mascara that I have always loved ever since I started wearing mascara is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. Actually, you don't have to care about the name, it's just the one in the orange tube and waterproof. And I swear by this mascara, if you are trying to look into better mascaras, I swear this is the one. For an extra touch, I don't usually do this every single day, but if I feel like I have extra time, you know, like when you have extra time and you just want to do something more to your face, that's me. I usually just use the same highlighter to put a little bit of highlight in the inner corner to brighten it up even more. To finish everything off, I always spray a makeup setting spray to make sure that this thing does not go anywhere. So that's my everyday makeup routine without using any concealer, without using foundation. So it's really finding the right BB cream and just finding the right products that will melt into your skin to make it look as natural as possible. So I hope you guys learned a little something from this video, and I hope that you subscribe because I have more videos to come, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. That is dark and dull concealer or